So I want to go over today when my favorite time to fish a jig is as far as water temperature and water clarity. Now there's two different type of jig setups. You've got the finesse jig, like my Block-It Power finesse jig, which is a ball head jig. It's a lot more smaller and compact. It's about half the size of a full-size jig. And then you've got my regular Block-It throwback jig, which is about twice the size. A larger trailer, it's got more of a flipping head on it, bulkier skirt, just an all-around, bulkier bait with that. So there's two different windows as far as when these two jig categories work, and you definitely need to have both of them. If you're fishing a finesse jig, most of the time a finesse jig is going to be better in some type of clear water conditions. And I don't mean clear water, but for a finesse jig, for me to work really good, I like to have water visibility of at least around 2 feet. 2 foot or greater is really good for a finesse jig because it is a smaller bait and you get more bites with it in that clear water with that. Now the water temperatures can be a lot of different things, but personally, I have found that a finesse jig works the best if the water temperatures are like 45 to 55 degrees, in that range, or 45 to 60 degrees, sort of like in that pre-spawn period, or the same time in the fall time of the year works really good. So that is one of my favorite times to fish a finesse jig, probably number one. And the other time it works good is around like docks and shallow wood cover in the middle of the summer when the fish are really lethargic and they're not very aggressive and they're just not feeding real good. So it's sort of like a paradox. It's either real cold water or real hot water. Real cold water in a little bit deeper situation like rock, bluff banks, riprap type banks, rocky banks, or shallow water dirty cover in the hot water, like around docks and lay down trees and lily pads and stuff like that. Okay, now the big size jig here, the full size jig, you're gonna find that it works a little bit better in warmer weather conditions. So while the finesse jig works good in water temperatures like under 57, 50, 55, 40 degree water, the time that I go to a bigger full-size jig is when that water temperature starts to get in the mid to upper 50s and all the way through it gets up even warmer and warmer. I like to have water temperature for a full-size jig of around 55 degrees, for the maximum benefit with that. And it'll work in anywhere between 55 degree water to 90 degree water, and it also works in a little bit more off-colored water. While the finesse jig is good in water visibilities of over 2 foot, the full-size jig